Happy New Year and welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. And to start off the new year, we're just going to do a short meditation practice just to get here. So the position isn't as important. You just want to find something sturdy and comfortable. You don't want to feel like you're about to fall over or you're about to get up and do something. So you want a sense of stability, but you also don't want to be uncomfortable because then you'll just be distracted by your body. Just find what works for you. We also keep our eyes open during this practice. But of course, if you have learned to practice with your eyes closed or you feel more comfortable doing that, go ahead and do so. There are no hindrances here. But if your eyes are open, go ahead and just leave the screen alone and drop your gaze gently down below you, kind of looking at the floor, the desk, or whatever is just below you. We're not staring or analyzing at a particular spot in the floor, but we're also not zoned out and blurry. We have a gentle gaze directed softly and clearly downwards. You're in a comfortable and sturdy position, and your eyes are either closed or open. Gaze downwards. Take stock of how you're feeling right now. Maybe you're excited. Maybe you've decided to practice meditation more as a New Year's resolution. Or maybe you're feeling bummed out, or whatever it is, just come to this moment exactly as you already are. We're not changing anything. We're not doing anything different. We're just noticing what is already here. Letting go of our intentions, our plans. And just letting everything be as it is. Allowing and resting. And if you feel like you just can't relax or calm down, that's okay. Allow that too. Let go of this reacting mind, the one that's always judging, wanting, worried, controlling. It's always in reactive mode. See if you can just move towards allowing things to be. Right here and nowhere else. And it's possible that I'm catching you thinking right now. In fact, it's likely. And notice how when you're thinking or lost in thought without knowing that you're lost in thought, you're no longer allowing things to be. Even if you're thinking about allowing things to be, there in some way is a way of controlling, a way of trying to change things and do something different. So instead of following our thoughts, we just bring our attention away from them. Let them run. Let them do what they want to. Bring your attention instead to experience itself. What is it like to hear? What is it like to feel? And when you notice that you're thinking, just notice. Unhook and return to experience. Just the direct, immediate, present moment. The cacophony of all sensory experience happening here and now. Sight, smell, taste, touch. It's all here. We don't need to think about it. Notice how before thinking arises, you can see, you can hear. And after thinking goes away, you are still seeing and hearing. Stay with it. But not in a tight, fixated way. Relax. Rest. And allow. There's nothing to do. There's nowhere to go. Everything is already accomplished. No need for the overreaction. So just be here and completely rest. All right, you can look at the screen. Well, I hope you all had a good holiday season. And we are on day 1 of 2025. Of course, I got sick. But I'm sure if you went and visited family, or maybe you didn't visit family, or whatever the case may be, you may have experienced a bit of stress. It's pretty normal for the holiday season. We get with our families, and of course, our brothers and sisters and our parents never see us for what we feel to be inside. They always see us from their perspective. They always see you as that little girl or that little boy. It can be frustrating. Or they just bad arguments and, the family thing. A lot of stress can show up. But it's not anything new, of course, because we feel stressed throughout our life. We get this physical sensation of, we can call contraction, around things that happen, problems to be solved, work to get done, never truly resting because we're always in stress mode. In fact, it's probably, who knows if this is true, but probably the leading killer is stress. And I thought it'd be great to begin this year, not that we care so much about the future, but just to begin with something really important to understand about stress and what we can learn about stress from this practice. And I heard this from, and I bring him up all the time, Ajahn Brahm. He's a Buddhist, but a meditation teacher, my friend's teacher. But he says that stress is simply an overreaction to life. Simple. It's simply an overreaction to the normal things that go on in life. See, we can't stop the things that are going to happen and that have happened. We can't. We don't know tomorrow or the uncertainty. But most of us feel a sense of unease, worry, contraction about the future, the unknown, or the crap that happens, and it gets frustrating. But this is always going to happen. When has it not been this way? We live our life expecting somehow that all of this is just going to stop, that we're never going to feel a need to stress. And we usually place that someplace in the future. We say, oh, once I get this job, then I'll stop being stressed. Once all this is sorted out, let me just sort out my life, then I'll stop having stressful situations. It's just never going to be the case. Sorry. But we can change our attitude towards the things that happen. We take ourselves so seriously. And what this practice can do for us is allow us to allow things to be. And when we learn to be, to allow it to be just as it is, we stop that habitual muscle of contraction. Something happens. How did they? Why does this always happen to me? I gotta go to work. You know that? We just be like, oh, okay. Yes. Yes. We start learning to accept. So this year, 2025, you don't have to stress, regardless of what might come. And it might be stressful, but if you practice, the attitude towards what happens changes. Allowing rather than controlling. And when we do this, we can act wisely rather than emotionally. And we can enjoy life a little bit. And if you're new here, I post a video like this every day. I blabble a lot at the end, and sometimes it goes, I don't even know where. But my goal and intention with the Attentive Mind is to share what I have learned through meditation practice. Now, I'm not going to give you anything spiritual. It has nothing to do with any of that. I learned this practice from many, many different traditions and learned that it's not a spiritual thing. And it feels like it is my responsibility to share this with you because I know it. Or I have some mediocre experience with it. So join me and I'll be here for you every single day. And of course, if you have any questions about this practice or what I talk about here, please comment below and I answer all questions in a separate question and answer video. The one for last month of December will be posted here shortly, hopefully. We'll see how that works. You know how life goes, but just ask your question. There are no bad questions. But thank you for your time today. Remember, you don't have to overreact to life. Just recognize what is and let it go. Be here now. And as always, and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.